course, I didn't test this, folks, and yeah, we got the camera is not working right now, but that was my own fault. It'll be running here in a second. No, it's not Dan Fogarty, it's me. So while we work on this here, it should come back momentarily. Should have tested it first, but I wasn't. All right, we're back now. Feed's up and running. There's amateur hour there, but we're good to go now. Oh, we're good. Yeah. All right, we're at a new angle here in the Valleyview Arena. We'll see how it pans out. All right, and of course I didn't adjust the lineup here today. Should have, but we'll go take a look at the lineup. This was yesterday's, so Jake Koning's back in, right? So he's on there with Fogarty, McCoggan starting, not Poitras, and Terrian is in Mexico again on the beach drinking margaritas with Coach Terry, two-time missing tournaments Terry. So that is the lineup. While we wait here, let's go ahead and meet the
Charlie Mooring, number 17, center.
Gavin Simser, 21, left wing.
Logan Day, number 16, right winger.
Wes Meekins, number 9, center.
Braden Douglas, number 11, left wing.
Lucas Carrion, number 12, right wing.
Owen Scott, number 2, center.
Nicholas McAllister, number 10, left wing.
Max Riddell, number 14, right wing.
Blake Douglas, number 15, center.
Malcolm Hughes, number 4, right wing. Matthew Nugent, number 7, right wing.
Jace Coverly, number 5, defense.
Cole Pendre, number 19, defense.
Jacob Conians, number 6, defense.
Cecilia Smith, number 18, defense.
Declan Gourbouin, number 20, defense.
Max Fogarty, number 8, defense.
Wilton Poitras, number 1, goaltender.
Alex McCarty, goalie, 31.
All right, so that's the team. We're live up here at the Valleyview Arena again, one more time. Tomorrow we play at the MacArthur Island at the NHL rink. So I found out before the game started there's 2 pools. So they have the championship and then they have the consolation pool. So the first 3 games determine where you go. So if we win today, today and tomorrow, we'll be in the championship pool, most likely. And if we lose today, we will be in the consolation pool. With that being said, it is a must-win here today. Can't stress that enough. We're playing the West Vancouver Thunder Huskies. They are the top-ranked Tier 2 team in the province. So it won't be easy, it'll be tough. Once again, we want to thank our fan of the month this month is Susan Bishop. Thanks for tuning in, Susan Bishop from Ontario. dropping chats in the chat all the time. We appreciate it. I know Charlie appreciates you watching. Once again, thanks for tuning in, and you are fan of the week, I should say, fan of the week. We also will have a fan of the game today. Compliments of BMO and Jeff McCoggan. He's walking around the arena looking for the most suitable fan for Kelowna. There's already been some people in the running. I know Callum Hughes was in there yesterday. As we got Callum Hughes saying, let's go. Our fan of the game yesterday, Callum Hughes, with his Rockets jersey. I think he got that one from China. But nevertheless, it's one of those games you want to win. And we're up here in the mezzanine filming the game. Karen Murray chimes in here. Karen Murray 7048 says, go Rockets. So we will pass that along. So after the shellacking yesterday, we'll see how the Rockets come back and respond. They had a great first period, and then it all fell apart with 1 minute left in the first period. When they gave up that goal, it seemed like they were in quicksand and couldn't recover. But like Ted Lasso says, you got to be a goldfish. You got to have the mindset nothing bugs us. So we'll see what Rockets team comes out here today. They're back in white today. Little odd, there's no music here today, Dan. No atmosphere, I guess. I guess they couldn't find somebody to make the $10 to do music, so. All right, buzzer goes. That'll conclude warm-up here. Once again, the Rockets are slow at putting the pucks in the bag. That's an annual tradition. They like to push the game time. All right, sounds like the sound's good. We got the test going on the other phone here, so that appears to be working well. Hope everybody enjoyed the warm-up screen, intro screen with the snow and the Christmas lights. Special treat this time of the year because, you know, starting in January, you won't see them anymore. We might have the snow, depends when we're playing and if it's snowing. It is not snowing right now, but I know people are dreaming of a white Christmas. All right, we can hear Charlie trying to pump the boys up. Now Declan's pumped him up. Attaboy, we got you right involved there. I hope you could hear it. We could hear it. We'll see how well that condenser mic picks up crowd noise, because we are up above everybody, so we should be able to hear everything, especially right in front of us here. Once again, make sure you like the broadcast today. It helps your family and friends find it on YouTube when they do a search. Also helps the broadcast. All right. Team's ready to go. Puck's about to drop. Rockets win the draw. Day to Smith. Smith to Pendre. Pendre to Simister. Simister chips it in. Puck goes deep. That's Chen, picks it up behind his net, goes around. Pressured by Mooring. Alexander has it for West Vancouver, shoots it wide. She Has it. Puck goes to White. White can handle it. Pappas gives chase. Smith around. Puck kept in at the line by Chen. Chen shot towards the net. She rebound goes wide. Pappas battling Pendre. Pendre knocks down She. Day in a battle in the corner. Out front, saved by McCoggan. Rebound knocked away by Smith. Pendre in the corner. She behind the net. Bumped by Smith. Day picks it up. Day goes off the boards for Mooring. Mooring looks to clear. Kept in by Chen. But stolen by Day up to Mooring. Mooring avoids a hit by White. Puck goes in. He goes for a change. Puck was cleared by Alexander. King overskates it. Right to McAllister. McAllister takes a look. Throws it up front for Riddell. Can handle it. Riddell, or McAllister in the corner. Gets knocked down. Still has it. Throws it up front. Picked up by Alexander. Alexander goes for a skate. Looks for a lead pass. Hits his player. But Cubberley's there. Rims it around. Wilford has it. But Konings is there right off the suspension. Back into the lineup. McAllister goes cross ice to Riddell. Riddell walks in. Takes a shot. High over the net. Cubberley keeps it in. Or Meekins keeps it in down to Riddell. Riddell looks out front, knocked away by the goalie, Lynn. Puck cleared out there by Wilford. McAllister has it. McAllister can't quite handle it. Puck gets knocked back to Fogarty. Fogarty back in his own zone. Takes a look, goes up the middle. Goes right to Kat Zalaski. I don't even know how to say his name. Kat Zali. But now it's Fogarty in the corner. Kept in, bumped, thrown out front, knocked away by McCoggan. Lee goes cross ice, thrown out front, saved by McCoggan. Hefezi couldn't get there. Hefezi has it now. Has it, takes a look, walks in, goes wide. Hefezi goes back to the point. Baker couldn't keep it in. Scott with some pressure and some speed. Scott gets there, gets knocked down. Lee has it now for West Vancouver. He gets bumped by Lalonde. Douglas loses his stick. Puck goes back into the Huskies zone. Lalonde gets it, dumps it deep. Rockets offside, so they tag up. Back on side, Scott gives chase. Kedzali clears it around. Douglas gets bumped. Cleared to the line. Lalonde keeps it in. Tries to go deep, but it's knocked down at the line. Pendre bumps his player. Efezi. Lalonde. Pressure by Longster. Stretch pass to Hughes. Hughes couldn't handle it. Puck is picked up there by King. King walks across ice. Saved by McCoggan. King, or Luck. White. He gets bumped by Lalonde. It's going to be a head contact penalty here. So that's going to be a 2-minute penalty, which means we're going to a Fogues audio penalty kill. If you got an event coming up, you need some audio equipment, audio equipment, video equipment, lighting, staging equipment, you're going to go see Dan Fogarty, Fogues Audio. He will hook you up. If you need an MC, Kim Fogarty's available too. She's got that megaphone and her bells. So face-off will be to the right of McCoggan. Dave Hoodless out there. Konings and Cubberley. We're just waiting for the penalty to get put up. It's put up. So it's a 4-minute penalty now. That was unintentional, so I'm not sure how it's 4 minutes, but apparently it is. As we wait for the penalty to get changed. All right, so it's amateur hour here at the disco here as they don't know how to operate the clock. But hopefully they get that sorted out quickly. So it looks like Hafezi, Baker, Wilford, Lee, and Pappas are out there on the power play for the Thunder Huskies. Penalty kill, Hoodless, Konings, Day, and Coverley. You missed 4 goals. There's no 4 goals. Andrew Pendry, you've had too many cocktails. You're supposed to be working. All right, we're going to get it going here. Face-off won by the Thunder Huskies. Back to the line. Shot from blue line covered up by McCoggan. That was Lee with the shot. Well, you can thank Jeff McCoggan for that one, so we'll make sure he's fan of the game here. Face-off won by the Thunder Huskies. Back to the point, it's Baker. Far side shot saved by McCoggan. Pappas around to Wilford. Wilford to Pappas. Pappas back to the line to Baker. Baker down low to Lee. Lee takes a shot wide of the net. Efezi keeps it in. Efezi walks in, takes a shot off the crossbar and out of play. All right, so Andrew, so I guess you're not drunk and at work. We'll just say that you've, Jeff McCoggan's had a couple of cocktails here. We'll call it that way. Face off to left of McCoggan. Mooring wins the draw. But possession by Lee. Lee goes far side. Backhand shot there by Wilford over the net. Puck sitting there, rebound, scores. Wilford gets the high rebound. 1-0 for West Vancouver. Rockets look to regroup after that one. Still shorthanded for another 2 minutes. Still on a Fogues audio penalty kill. Face off at center. Possession by West Vancouver. Luck goes cross ice. Goes right to White. He gets bumped by Sinister. She still has possession. She goes wide. She down low in the corner. Smith pressures. She stops, takes a look. Heads to the corner, puck deflects, but goes back to the line. Alexander shot saved by McCoggan. Puck in the corner, Smith looks to clear and does. Lim plays it. Picked up by Luck. Luck still in possession. He lost it and got it back. Luck back to the line. Shot blocked away by McCoggan. Puck high in the air. Mooring skates onto it. Down to the corner, Smith tries to clear. Puck sitting there, poked to the corner by Wilford. Smith loses it. Wilford has it. Wilford drops it to the corner. Behind the net, King picks it up. King back to the line. White gets it again. White back to Luck. Luck shot blocked away by McCoggan over the net. Puck tried to be jammed in and scores. King. McCoggan came off the post. Puck was loose and in the net it goes. 2-0 now on the power play. Once again, the Rockets' penalty killing percentage is not good. We've had 1 successful kill on 6 penalties. So we can't give up 5 goals. Meekins wins it, goes back to Coverley. Coverley to Riddell. Meekins dumps it in. Lim plays it behind the net. Puck turned over. Meekins tries to get it to McAllister, or to Douglas. In the corner, Meekins bumps his player. Puck comes out front. Riddell shot. Saved by Lim. 13:47 remaining. First period. Shots 11-2 for West Vancouver. Face-off will be to the left of Lim. Meekins loses the draw. Luck has it. Goes around the net. Lee chips it out. Shot blocked by Coverley. Longster couldn't get it on net. Coverley gets it up to McAllister. McAllister takes it. He goes wide. McAllister gets knocked down. And they're going to call a trip here. That didn't look like a trip, but we'll take it. At this point, we'll take anything. So Rockets go into a power play here. It's going to be a BC Sportswear power play. He needs some corporate wear, team wear, hats, hoodies, toques. He does stickers too, Kyle Douglas. I hear he's going to Mexico on Monday. Lucky guy. Face off to the right of Lynn. Day, Riddell, McAllister, Fogarty, and Lalonde on the power play. Trying to get the penalties sorted out here at the box. While we do that, I'll have a drink of coffee, because I need the caffeine. I got some Starbucks, high-octane coffee here. You can tell it's amateur hour here, Dan, because he doesn't even have the score fixed, the 2-0, so.
First penalty up.
I still have the first penalty up to Lalonde. All right, face-off won by the Rockets. Day back to Fogarty, cross ice to Lalonde. Lalonde button hooks, gets it low. Riddell has it now. Riddell to Lalonde. Lalonde to Riddell. Lalonde, we got a delayed penalty here. Fogarty, seam pass, shot, save, covered up by Lim. Rockets going to 5-on-3 right now. Rockets send out Meekins, Mooring, Sinister. Leave Fogarty and Lalonde out there. Face off is going to be to the right of Lim. That's Katzele. In the box. So now we wait for the timekeeper to figure out how to put this penalty up. So it allows the penalty killers to rest. But now it's up, so we're good to go. All right, puck goes to the corner. Mooring gets there. He gets bumped. Meekins joins in there. Meekins has it. Back to the line to Fogarty. Fogarty walks in, takes a shot. Glove saved by Lim. Sinister's got to be in the eyes of the goalie. He can't be off to the side there, Dan. They can see that. When he can see it, he can save it. When he can't see it, he cannot save it. Simple basics. Puck into the corner. Puck cleared out. Fogarty keeps it in. Fogarty takes a shot. Deflected by Sinister. Saved by Lim. Puck is cleared down the ice by Shee. Fogarty up to Sinister. Sinister can't handle it cleanly. Puck goes in offside. Sinister touches it. Face-off will go down all the way to the Rocket zone. Heather Weiss, go Rockets go, cheering on from Kelowna. Thanks, Heather. Appreciate the support. Appreciate those watching in Arizona, Ontario, Calgary, Andy in Maine, or maybe he's in Winnipeg still celebrating Christmas. Scramble draw, shot, saved by McCoggan. Picked up by Pendre. Behind the net, he stops, regroups, wants to settle things down. He should start skating, which he does. Gets it to Day. Day with some speed. Gains the line. Gets it to Riddell. Riddell to Pendre. Pendre shot high over the net. Riddell. Back to Coverley. Coverley. Over to Pendre. Pendre. Back to Coverley. Coverley. Out to Pendre. Pendre waits for traffic, leaves it for Day. Day to Pendre. Pendre. Behind the net. Takes a look. Still has it. Cross ice to Day. Day shot, save, rebound. Pendre couldn't get it. Back to Coverley. Coverley. Back to Day. Day tries to shake, has the puck knocked off his stick, and back to neutral zone. First penalty's over. Day has it in his own zone. Gets it over to McAllister. Puck turned over at the line. 6 seconds left in the penalty. Pendre. And that concludes the power play. Rockets' unsuccessful attempt. Shots are 12-5 for West Van. Coverley gets it to Riddell. Riddell to Smith. Smith, with some speed, goes up the middle, carrying the puck. Smith has the puck knocked off her stick. She recovers. Now she's pressured. Riddell jumps in there, but picked up. Got a 2-on-1 happening here. Shot, scores. Top corner, she on the 2-on-1. 3-0 West Vancouver. 10:31 left here, first period. Nugent on the draw. Gets it forward, looking for Douglas. Got another delayed penalty coming up. Rockets touch the puck, so it's not on them. It's on West Vancouver. Rockets going back to the power play. Hopefully this power play is more successful than the last one. There was a lot of perimeter play on that one. On the last one, it was easy to read, no cross-seam passes, not a lot of traffic. So the Rockets look to regroup here. That penalty is to King. Puck in the corner. Nugent looking cross ice, was looking for Douglas, picked off. Lee, I should say. Lee in possession, just kills time, skates back into his own zone, no pressure by the Rockets. Douglas finally goes after him. Lee still has it. Now he clears off the boards down the ice. Milan picks it up. Bank pass to himself off the net. Gets it to Smith. Smith falls. Lee's there, steals it. Scott joins the play. Puck cleared out over the glove of Smith, back into his zone. Milan knocks down McLaughlin. McLaughlin holding his stick. Puck to Douglas, he dumps it deep. Scott gives chase, so does Chen. Chen gets there, Scott bumps him, the puck goes right to Alexander, and he just fires it right down to McCoggan. McCoggan leaves it for Coverley. Coverley stops, looks to regroup behind his net. Coverley takes his time, gets it to Konings. Konings to Coverley. Coverley has no pass, now he's pressured. It's knocked down by Wilford. Konings pokes it away. Konings in possession, goes for a skate. Looking for Hoodless on the stretch. Picked off. McCoggan behind the net. Leaves it for Konings. Over to to Coverley. Coverley gets knocked down. Hoodless is offside, so face-off will be neutral zone. Looks like 11 seconds left in the penalty. Puck in the zone, comes out. Simser looks to dump it in, goes right into the bench of the Huskies. 2 seconds left in the penalty, 8:25 left in the period. Day wins the draw. Penalty is now over. Mooring gains the line, avoids a check, tries to dump it in deep, couldn't. Puck gets cleared out, down the ice, no icing. Smith and King battling. Smith gets it. Off the boards to Simister. Simister looks to clear, bank pass for Day. A little hard, but Lim decides to play it. Goes for a stretch pass, trying to catch the Rockets changing. Shot blockered away by McCoggan. King pressured by Fogarty. King still has it. King looks out front, but it's deflected off a Day. White throws it out front. Fogarty pokes at it. Shot on McCoggan. Rebound. Saved by McCoggan. Ref blows the whistle. He lost sight of the puck. 7:38 left, first period. Shot 17-5. So Rockets didn't get a shot on that power play. Nugent wins the draw to the corner. Puck goes around the lawn. Puck is cleared up. Deflects in. Nugent dumps it deep. Luck goes to pick it up. Gets it up to King. Puck is chipped out off the ref. Fogarty picks it up in his own zone. Takes a look up ice. Gets it to McAllister. Just chips it in. Seifert around his net. Goes right to Luck. Luck to King. Lalonde keeps it in. Shoots it wide. Fogarty's there. Fans on the dumping attempt. McLaughlin goes back to his own zone. Pressured by Riddell. Stops. Loses the puck, but it goes to Chen, who just clears it out. Fogarty to Lalonde. Lalonde can't get around McLaughlin. Throws it to the middle. McAllister wasn't ready. Puck gets back to Lalonde. Lalonde to Riddell. Riddell over to Nugent. Nugent just chips at it. Goes down into the Husky zone. Seifert goes back for it. Seifert has it. Looks up the ice. Deflected in there by Hafezi. Longster gets bumped by Meekins and Konings. Meekins kicks at it. Behind the net, Lee throws it out front. Shot wide of the net was Hafezi. Konings picks it up. Just chips it out, but kept at the blue line. Dumped in. That was Alexander dumping it in. Coverley picks it up. Looks like Scott's getting a penalty for slashing, which means we're going to a Fogs Audio penalty kill. If you got an event coming up and you need some sound equipment, staging, lighting, you're going to talk to Dan Fogarty, Fogs Audio. You need an MC, Kim Fogarty's available. She's got that megaphone and those bells. Nobody's better at ringing those bells than her. Face-off won by the Huskies. Douglas swats at it, gets it out. Alexander pressured by Douglas. Alexander forced retreat down to the corner. Stops. Goes behind his net. Back to Alexander. Alexander with some speed. Goes wide, bumped by Meekins. Fans on a pass. Meekins still there, but Alexander still in possession. Gets it to White. White out to the middle. Puck's bouncing around out front. Smith picks it up. Tries to clear it. Kept in at the line. Luck. Over to White. White back to Luck. Luck dumps it deep. Douglas tries to poke it past the line. Couldn't. Kept in. Alexander looking for White. White back to Luck. Luck to Alexander. Alexander shot saved by McCoggan. .450 left in the period. 57 seconds left in the penalty to Scott. Shots are 19-6 for West Van. Puck won by Hafezi. Back to the line. Shot blocked by Pappas. That's a nice shot from Lee. Pappas goes around. Gets it to Hafezi. Hafezi takes a shot. Deflects out of play. 4:32 left. 39 seconds left in the penalty. Face off to the right of McCoggan. Day on the draw. To Pappas. Pappas tries, gets it to the point. Hafezi shot, saved by McCoggan. McCoggan getting a workout here. Getting peppered. Day wins the draw. Puck does get kept into the line though. Hafezi over to Baker. Baker shot high over the net. Pappas behind the net. Loses it. Lalonde fires it up the middle down the ice. Hoodless with some speed. Puck race. Hoodless gets there. Gets a shot off. Saved by Lim. Day hassling Lee. Lee shot scores. Bullet shot, bar down. Not much McCoggan could do in that one. And that is another power play goal. So once again, the Rockets penalty kill is 1 for 7 for the tournament. That percentage is no good. So 4-0 here with 3:55 left in the first. Simister has it. Goes forward. Simister shot. Blocked away by Lim. Puck clear to the line. Konings kicks at it. Does find its way out. Lee picks it, or King picks it up. Takes a shot. Saved. King behind the net. Out front. Wide open was McLaughlin. Shot hits the post. Konings touches. Got a head contact. That was a clean hit, but I guess it's a penalty on West Vancouver, I guess. On McLaughlin, 25. Penalty going to Black, 25. I'm a little confused in that one, Dan. I thought for sure that was a Rockets penalty. But it is. So that means we're going to a Rockets power play. Finding that hard to believe, but I guess he got his stick up on the hit, and that caused the penalty. So we're going to a BC Sportswear power play. We need some corporate wear, team wear, hats, hoodies, toques. He does stickers too. Kyle Douglas. Rockets looking to get a power play goal here. They have yet to get one, so the power play promotion is still going. It hasn't hit yet. Well, maybe here it will. Koning shot, saved by Lim. Rebound sitting there, picked up by King. King carries it out. skates into the zone, throws it out front, picked up by Konings. So if the Rockets do score on this power play, go down to BC Sports Bar on Monday. Kyle won't be there, so you'll have to see one of the other staff, and you tell them go U15 Tier 2 Rockets, and you'll get one of those limited edition Rockets keychains. Konings carries it in, takes a shot, blocker behind the net by Lim. Puck cleared around, Cubberley keeps it in. Cubberley looks to set it up here. Goes down low to Mooring out front to Sinister. Rebound, saved by Lim. Rebound, Sinister couldn't bang it in. Behind the net, Sinister looking to get it to Mooring, missed, but it still goes back to Cubberley. Cubberley down to Mooring. Mooring walks in, leaves it for Konings. Puck heads towards the line, kept in. Puck's in the corner. Sinister overskates it as it hops over his stick. Puck cleared. Cubberley keeps it in. Goes low, but picked off there by Luck. Luck through everybody, walks in, shot, scores. Bar down and in. Short-handed goal, 5-0 for West Vancouver here with 2:05 left in the first period. Nugent on the draw. Puck cleared out. Right to Pendray. Pendray to Smith. Smith over to Pendray. Pendray up to Nugent. He missed. Puck cleared out. Goes over the stick of Smith. Wilford. Has it stolen by Smith. Smith gets it to Riddell. Riddell looking for McAllister. Puck is fired down here. 5 seconds left in the penalty. And that'll do it for the power play. Shots now 23 for West Van, 10 for Kelowna. Nugent drives the net. Shot saved by Lim, and he covers up with 1:15 left. Rockets looking for something positive here at the end of the period. Be nice if they could get one and not give one up. They get a 4-goal game. 4-goal game seems manageable, a lot more manageable than a 5-goal game. But it's going to be a lot of hard work here if the Rockets want to come back in this one. Like Mike Tyson says, anything's possible for those that try. Scott shoots it towards the net, kicked away or sticked away by Lim. Nugent bumps his player, gets it to Meekins, gets it down low. Douglas shoots it around. Puck thrown out the middle, intercepted by Scott. Puck now cleared out. McLaughlin just fires it down. Right to McCoggan, he covers up. 41 seconds left in the period. Face off to the left of McCoggan. Scramble draw, puck just sitting there. Puck clear, it's clear to the line. Baker over to Kezalatsky. Puck cleared to the side. Lee is there. Tries to dance around Day. Still in possession. Fogarty gets it up the boards to Hoodless. Hoodless looks to chip it out, but a little too hard past Baker and icing with 20 seconds left. Day on the draw, won by West Van. Seifert gets bumped by Hoodless. Seifert still has it, shoots it wide of the net. Hughes and Efezi. Efezi comes up with it. Efezi walks out, shot wide of the net. Efezi again, down low to Lee. Buzzer goes, and that concludes the first period. It is 5-0 for West Vancouver. And with that, the shots are 24-11. We will head to the break. Rocket's got some work to do, a lot of stuff to talk about. But we will thank our fan of the week, Susan Bishop, for tuning in from Ontario. Glad you're tuning in. And I'm supposed to announce Jeff's fan of the game. And today's fan of the game is Kevin Day. Kevin really enjoying his time here in Kamloops. He's got to leave later today, I believe. So congrats, Kevin Day, fan of the game. Once again, we will see everybody back here in about, hopefully we'll see everybody back here in about 10 minutes. Enjoy the All right, as we wait for the ice to dry here, the freeze, I should say, I guess, the rink attendant told the refs to take an extra few minutes because the ice was getting a little thin in one corner, so they threw some extra water on it, and it is taking a lot longer to freeze, so that's the delay. So while we wait, if you see one of our sponsors you can use, please do so. Especially our platinum and gold sponsors, 172 Concrete, Life Secure Security Service, BC Sound Exteriors, BC Sportswear, Chinook Fire Protection, Fogues Audio, SOS Labor Leasing, and Levitt Machinery. Once again, we want to say hi to our fan of the week, Susan Bishop, watching from Ontario. Glad you're tuning in, Susan. Appreciate all your comments you leave in the comment section, or in the chat section. And also, Jeff McCoggan's fan of the game, Kevin Day. Kevin Day having a great day wearing that Habs jersey. Heard he's a big fan. And once again, if you make sure you drop a like and click on the thumbs up, it helps all your friends and family find the stream when they're searching online. So after that first period, it's 5-0 West Vancouver. They have the edge in shots, 24-11. So hopefully the Rockets had good chat in the locker room and are ready to go here. Can't be pouty, no sad faces. You got to be ready. It's all about the next one. One goal at a time. You can't score 5 at once. So once again, our colleagues from West Vancouver are so confident in this game, they've moved their camera setup from beside us all the way down to the far corner in the offensive zone after that first period. So maybe some karma could bite them in the ass and the Rockets show up this period, Dan, and something good happens. Some magic. All right, face off at center ice here. Day, Sinister, Mooring, Smith, and Pendray. Puck goes back to Alexander. Alexander gets the center, dumps it in. Efezi gives chase, Smith gets there, puck gets deflected. Puck's on the back of the net, Smith swatting at it. Ref finally blows the whistle here. 19:42 remaining, second period. 5-goal game, not in our favor. Efezi on the draw, loses it, goes right to Pendray. Pendray gets it to Mooring. Mooring to Simister. Simister tries to get around Alexander, can't get it between his legs. Smith tries to keep it in. Longster pokes it forward. Lee picks it up. Lee goes around Pendray but falls. Lee still in possession. Lee has Efezi wide open out front. She can't get a shot off. Blocked partially by Simister. Mooring looking for Simister on the stretch. Simister banks it past his D-man, but Alexander swats at it. Simister gets it. Simister to Day. Alexander shot by Pendray. Alexander again looks to clear to Efezi. Efezi touches it, no icing. Efezi gets bumped by Fogarty. Puck battle. Day jumps in there. Efezi knocks down Fogarty. Day throws it out front. Defenseman falls. Mooring, Sinister, 2-on-1. Mooring, shot off the post. Puck goes to the corner. Zali. Day down to Sinister. Sinister has it. Bank pass to Lalonde. Lalonde back down to Mooring, leaves it. Puck goes all the way around. Sinister and Baker. Baker gets there first. Tries to get it far side. Lalonde intercepts. Hits a player on the West Vancouver bench. Face off in neutral zone. 18:14 left. second period. Meekins on the draw. Loses it. Luck gets it. Dumps it in. Cubberly is forced to go back. Rims it around. McAllister steps down. Lifts his check stick. McAllister battling McLaughlin. McLaughlin dumps it deep. Cubberly skates onto it. Tries to get it up. Hits a skate. Riddell's there. Can't clear. Cubberly to McAllister. McAllister dumps it in. Luck, pressured by Meekins. Cubberly chops it, goes right to Riddell. Luck loses it to King, his teammate. King dumps it in. Konings swats it to the corner. Puck banked up to McAllister off the ref skate. McAllister looking for Riddell. Alexander's there. Riddell pokes it by him. Runs into the ref. McLaughlin goes back in his own zone. Gets chopped at by Meekins. Riddell stops. Loses the puck to Wilford, but recovers. Throws it deep behind the net. Picked up by Chen. Chen gets it up to King. He can't handle it. Smith to Pendray. Pendray dumps it in. Lim holds it for Alexander. Alexander bank pass to King. King up to Wilford. Pendray circles back in his own zone, gets it to Smith. Smith to Scott, deflects it down the ice, rolling puck, and icing. There's 16:26 gone here, or left, I should say, in the second period. 5-0 game. Got 17 of you watching online. Appreciate you joining. Hope you're having a great afternoon, wherever you're watching, or early evening. If you haven't started cocktail time, you should have, and you should. Pendray kicked off the ice. Fogarty comes on. Puck knocked to the corner by Day. She knocked away by Day, kept in by Baker. Puck goes deep. Fogarty around. Hughes runs into his check. That was Kadzali. Hoodless goes wide. Behind the net. Gets it to Hughes. Hughes to Hoodless. Back to Lalonde. Shot blocked. Hoodless is there. So is Day. Shot. Lim covers up with 15:50 gone or left in the second period. Face-off will be to the left of Lim. Day lines up against Hafezi. Day wins it right back to Lalonde. Lalonde to Fogarty. Fogarty looking for Day. Puck kept in at the line by Lalonde. Hughes in a battle. Puck is picked up there by, I believe that was Lee, who clears it. Baker can't get around Fogarty. Hughes has it shot, just deflects wide. Day bumps Hafezi. Day leaves it for Hughes. Hughes to the line, to Lalonde. Lalonde over to Fogarty. Fogarty shot, looking for Hoodless far side, just missed him. Puck goes deep. Baker throws it to the line and out. Lee gets it. Lee walks in, pressured by Day. He falls. Puck behind the net. Puck cleared to the corner. Hoodless steps down for it. Hoodless throws it across ice, but it's poked away right down to Lim. Lim leaves it right for Luck. Luck throws it up the middle to Hafezi. Hafezi still has it. Gets it back to Lee. Lee takes a shot, deflected wide of the net. Cubberly throws it up. Hafezi back to the line. Seifert down to Hefezi. Hefezi looks out front. Puck is cleared though by the Rockets. Mooring missed it. Seifert fans on the shot. Takes a shot again wide of the net. Coverly throws it up to Sinister. Gets it to Meekins. Meekins gets bumped by McLaughlin. Seifert around. Longster cuts to the middle. Shot deflects off of Konings to the corner. Sinister. Bank pass to Meekins. He looks for Mooring. Misses him. Stolen by Luck. Rubbed out by Coverly. Coverly has it. Now it's stolen by King. King out to McLaughlin. He gets knocked down by Mooring. Puck sitting there. And covered up by McCoggan. 13:36 left here, second period. Face off one by West Van. King behind the net, looks out front for McLaughlin. Smith gets it, cleared out. Puck dumped in by Alexander. Smith around to Pendre. Pendre up to McAllister. McAllister can't handle it. Alexander takes a shot, saved by McCoggan. Rebound, another save by McCoggan. Pendre banks it around. Riddell steps down. Riddell gets it to Nugent. Nugent gets it deep. Alexander gets bumped by Nugent. Puck comes out to McAllister, but Alexander recovers. Still has it. Alexander looks to go around Pendre. He does, but ends up in the corner. Pendre bumps him. Puck ends up on the stick of Lalonde. He gets it to Riddell. Riddell across ice. McAllister. McAllister shot, but he got back pressured by Wilford. Knocked it off his stick. Riddell hits his player into the boards. King. Puck cleared out to McAllister. And offside at the line. Or is it too many men? I'm not sure. Offside, that's what it was. So that's good. We don't want another penalty. We're 1 for 7 on the tournament for penalty kills, so that's not good if you're wondering at home. Normally you'd want to kill 6 out of 7 or 7 out of 7, but 1 out of 7, and that was only because the other team took a penalty, so. Kazatley, or Lay, not sure. Gets dumped down, Fogarty rims it around for Douglas. Douglas bumps it to Day, who gets hit. Katzele gets hit by Scott. He looks to be injured, maybe not. Looks like he's getting up. He's a little woozy, but he's up. Looks to be okay. Puck goes in. Baker up to, I don't know, puck gets stolen, gets dumped down. That was Papa's, that's who it was. Katzele over to Papa's. Hoodless just misses him. Puck cleared to the line, kept in by Fogarty. Fogarty over to Konings. Konings can get a clean shot off, ends up in the corner. Hoodless bumps Baker. Baker has it, gets it up to She. She looks to go around Konings. He can't, or Fogarty couldn't. Hughes looks to clear, kept in by Luck. Luck takes a shot, saved by McCoggan. Fogarty looking for Hoodless. Hoodless didn't get there. Stolen. Lee behind the net, out to Luck. Luck couldn't get a good shot off. Lee gets bumped by Hoodless. Puck behind the net, picked up by Fogarty. Fogarty off the glass, down the ice for icing. Rockets needed a change, so good play. Shots 28-13. Still 5-0. Rockets in possession. Konings takes a look. Loses it. Nugent's there. Shoots it into Hefezi. Hefezi gets knocked down by Simister. Seifert goes cross ice. Luck can't get around Coverley. Puck gets cleared down. Hefezi with some speed. Gets around Simister and Mooring. Hefezi shoots high over the net. Nugent pokes at it. Right to Lee. Lee shot. Saved by McCoggan. 9:49 remaining. (29-13) are the shots. Face off to the corner. Shot. Saved by McCoggan. Riddell runs in his man. Chen kept it in though. Behind the net. King tries a wraparound. No success. Looking for Alexander at the line. Shot deflected. Saved by McCoggan. That was Chen with the deflection. Rockets in survival mode right now. We want to see them on the aggressor. Puck back to line. Alexander walks the line. Tried to get a shot off. Couldn't. It's deflected out by McAllister. King gets it. Dumps it in. Behind the net. Pendrate. Banked right to McLaughlin. McLaughlin shoots it. King deflects it. Saved by McCoggan. The way things are going, the Zamboni's not going to have to clean the end down here. Our colleagues from West Vancouver have been right so far by moving down to that end of the ice. Let's try and prove them wrong, Rockets. Let's go. Let's get it going. Behind the net, Coverley. Picked up by Shee, and we got a penalty. A head contact penalty. And it looks like Shee is going to the box. That means we're going to a BC Sportswear power play. If you need some corporate wear, team wear, hats, hoodies, toques, sweatshirts, jerseys, he does stickers too. Kyle Douglas, BC Sportswear. Once again, the power play promotion, if the Rockets score a power play goal, if you go down to BC Sportswear on Monday and say, go U15 Tier 2 Rockets, you will get a limited edition Rockets keychain. Puck to the line, Coverley down to Meekins. Meekins fumbles it. Meekins kicks it. Douglas back to the line. Coverley over to Lalonde. Lalonde looking for Meekins, gets his backhand. Meekins to Coverley. Coverley dancing, fumbles it. Pappas looks to steal. Coverley regroups, gets it to Meekins. Meekins to Douglas. Douglas looking for Meekins. Pappas steals. Pappas pressured by Lalonde. Over to Baker. Baker just fires it down the ice. McCoggan plays it, leaves it for Coverley. Coverley gets it to Lalonde. Lalonde looking for Meekins. Meekins to Scott. Scott missed it. Katzali fires it down the ice. McCoggan leaves it for Lalonde. Lalonde to Coverley. Coverley to Meekins. Meekins shot, saved by Lim. 55 seconds left on the power play. 7:58 left in the period. Still 5-0. Nugent, Hughes, and Hoodless. Puck forward, Hoodless. Cleared back to the line, Smith mishandles it, keeps it in though. Puck deflected out, Lee gives chase against Nugent. Nugent bumps him. Smith gets it to Hughes, to Hoodless. Seifert skates towards it and fires it down the ice. McCoggan forced to play it again. 30 seconds left in the penalty. Had to cover up as he had some pressure. Still no shots in this power play. We haven't had shots in a while here. It's only 14. I think we've had 2 shots for the period. That's not good. I wish somebody had that homer sound where it goes, not good. That would be a perfect time to play it. Pendrate gets it to Simister. Simister blind pass to number 5, Luck, who just fires it down. That's the story of the day right now. It's all West Vancouver. Smith to Mooring. Mooring missed. Luck gets it. Down the ice it goes again. Simister finishes check and is going to take a penalty for that. Two minutes for interference, so that concludes the power play. And now we go to a Fogues audio penalty kill. So if you got an event coming up, need lighting, staging, sound equipment, Dan Fogarty, Fogues Audio. It'll be nice if we can go 2 for 8 here on the penalty kill for the tournament with this penalty. Simister in the box for interference. There's a late hit. You encourage the kids to finish their checks, but he's a little late on that one, so it gets the interference call. Puck cleared out to the neutral zone. Seifert looks for Longster. Longster goes to McLaughlin, but too far. Carberly's there, banks it off the boards, kept in by the line by Alexander. Seifert, shot saved by McCoggan. McLaughlin mishandles the puck. Alexander does keep it in, or Seifert keeps it in. But Carberly's there, clears it out. McLaughlin tried to get it to Longster, but Konings was there to fire it down. Alexander turns it over to Day. Day bodies him, couldn't protect the puck. Seifert gets it to Alexander. Day still with some pressure. Angles him wide. Steals, Day steals. Chips it off the boards, back to the neutral zone. Seifert has it stolen by Day. 2-on-0 with Mooring. Day, shot wide of the net. Icing by West Van. No icing. Waved off. They felt the Rockets could have played that. Lalonde clears it down the ice. Story of the game, Rockets have a 2-on-0 and don't get a shot on net. Picked up by Hefezi. Hefezi goes wide. Hefezi has the puck. Around the net. Still in possession. Circles. Takes a shot off the crossbar. Hefezi back to Baker at the point. Baker over to Lee. Cross ice to Hefezi. Down to Lee. Lee back to the line. Penalties over. Baker shot. Lee couldn't get it past Coverly. Lalonde bumps Lee. Puck cleared to the line. Puck comes out. Baker made a bad pass to Hefezi. Hefezi stops. Cuts in, takes a shot high over the net. Lalonde picks it up. Banked off the boards, kept in. Overskated by Meekins, but puck does come out. Too many moves by, I believe that was Papas. They just fire the puck down the ice and icing with 4:19 remaining second period. 5-0 still. face off to the right of Lim. Scott didn't have the puck. Longster does now. Longster just chips it in. Longster back to Luck. Luck takes a shot into the far corner. Puck cleared out. Foot race. Luck beats McAllister. McLaughlin throws across ice to Seifert. Seifert gets it up to King. King fans on his shot. Goes back to Seifert. Seifert throws it towards the net, deflected, just wide of the net. McAllister couldn't clear it. King picks it off. King back to Seifert. Seifert shot and scores, deflected in. 6-0 now with, hold on, they're going to talk about this, see if it was a high stick or not. So it's, is it 5 or is it 6? No goal! It was deflected in with a high stick, so it's still 5-0. Timekeeper's going to have a fun time trying to change the score back to 5. The West Vancouver coach looking for clarification, accepts it. So face off to the left of McCoggan. Nugent gets it back, but picked off by Lee. Lee, or she, I should say, gets it over to Pappas. Shot by White. That one goes in this time without a high stick, so it is now 6-0. Shots 35-14. Rockets have had 2 shots this period. Alexander looking for Pappas. Pappas gets bumped by Hoodless. Puck in the neutral zone. Hoodless battling. Puck gets dumped in. Coverly looking for Hughes. Hughes cross ice to Hoodless. Hoodless goes far side. Coverly to Konings. Konings trying to skate it up, skated into traffic, stolen. She can't get around Coverly. Nugent's there, off the boards, deflected, so no icing. Alexander picks it up, rims it around. Deflected in. Picked up by Lalonde. Lalonde has it, looking for Day. Day deflects it to Hughes. Hughes has Mooring. Hughes shot, saved by Lim. We are running time now since there's a 6-goal differential. McCoggan's delayed on the scoreboard. He probably thought it was stop time. Baker looks to clear, he does. Puck dumped back in by Fogarty. Befezi. Baker. Gets it up to Lee. Lee. Around his net, takes a look. Has it stolen. Shot by Katzele. Lee. Down low. Throws it up. Simistert has it. Looks far side. Gets it right to Mooring. Mooring. To Day. Baker. 3-on-1 going the other way. Lee takes a shot wide of the net. Mooring pokes it away, but kept in by Baker. Baker takes a shot high. Simister skates onto it, gets it out. Seifert to Baker. Turned over. but Seifert gets it back again. Seifert takes a shot, saved by McCoggan, rebound to King, saved by McCoggan. Day looks to clear. Luck regroups in the neutral zone, dumps it in. Puck cleared out, but kept in on the clearing shot. Fogarty goes back for it. Behind the net, off the boards, and Seifert in the neutral zone. Over to Luck, has it stolen. Mooring couldn't get it to Day. Puck is cleared. Pendre looks for McAllister. Buzzer goes, and that'll conclude the second period, thankfully. And it is 6-0. Shots 37-15 after 2. If you're brave enough, come back for the third period. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. We look to see you then. Once again, if you're just tuning in, there's our fan of the game, Kevin Day. And once again, we want to thank our fan of the week, Susan Bishop, for tuning in from Ontario. Glad you're supporting Charlie. He's glad to have you out watching games online. And once again, if you can support our sponsors, that would be greatly appreciated. They've put lots of coin towards these players this year, so if you can support them, please do so. Got a comment from Sarah Coverley. Let's go Rockets. I'll go tell him. I'll go tell Jace right now. Hey, Jace, your mom's on the YouTube channel and she says, let's go Rockets. So get out there and do something. That's for you, Sarah. This is at the Valleyview Arena in Kamloops, BC. Not a lot of good viewing areas here. Once again, the rink attendant has put extra water on the ice, so we are waiting for it to freeze. Or dry, whatever you want to say. Once again, our colleagues from West Vancouver setting up down this end again, anticipating this is where all the action is going to be, which probably will be. So you guys will be in for a treat here, watching from home. You get lots of action down here, nice close in zoom. We can zoom out, it's actually great. You can just go back out full zoom here. This will be the view here. We'll get lots of shots and McCoggan making saves. Or the play could be down there, hopefully. And if that's the case, we'll have to zoom down there. And that'll be the view. Just like at MMP Place, black netting. I don't know why rinks use it. There's this stuff called fishnet clear stuff. Best stuff to use. Hope you're enjoying some Thursday night cocktails. I will be partaking a little later on tonight at the Von Holland residence. We're having ribs. It's going to be an amazing night. Having some vodka, some black Russians, maybe some white Russians, some paralyzers, vodka sodas, Budweiser, Caesars maybe, I don't know, vodka cran. It's going to be a good night. It would be even better as if the Rockets could come back and somehow win this one 7-6. That would be the biggest miracle in minor hockey, I would think, but somebody's got to believe in it. It's got to happen sometime. Why not now? All right, Rockets head to the bench here. The whole arena is covered in netting, so if you want any view, you've got to take the high ground, and this is probably just as good as on the side. If we put it down below the glass, you will not be able to see the far end of the ice. So this is the best we got. We're at MacArthur Island tomorrow. Hopefully it's better there, which I know there's viewing from the side. I'm not sure if they got black netting around the whole rink, but it seems to be like a Kamloops thing. Well, Kelowna has it too at Rutland and at M&P. But Memorial, there's no netting, which is fantastic. All right, face off at center. 6-0 West Van. West Van has the puck. Alexander fires it in, saved by McCoggan, kicks it to the corner. Baker towards the, or Lee towards the front of the net. Puck's behind the net. Wilford runs into the goalie, whistle goes. Face off to the right of McCoggan. Picked up by Lalonde. Up to Hoodless. Puck shot wide of the net. Fogarty. Keeps it in. Fogarty around. To Hughes. Fogarty again. Around for Hoodless. Bounce kept in by Alexander. Shot deflected by King wide of the net. King over to Fogarty. Hits the ref. Hughes clears. Far side. Alexander gets it to King. King dumps it in. Fogarty goes far side to Hughes. Hughes, a little bit of speed. Cuts to the middle. Almost was lights out there. She just got out of his way. Smith tries to get it to Nugent. Puck bouncing all over the place. Goes right to Pappas. Pappas back to the line. Luck just throws it in deep. She. It's bumped by Pendre. Nugent's there. Stolen by White. White down to Pappas. Pappas has it poked away. Pendre. Over to Smith. White bumps Smith. Smith clears to the line. Douglas can't get it out. Shot from the point. Hits McCoggan in the face. Rebound by White. Scores. 7-0. Third period. Next time, Dan, I think we'll just have to do what they're doing over there. Meekins has it, crosses the line, dumps it in. Nugent out front, back to Coverley at the line, shot, deflected, saved by Lim. Hefezi behind the net, skates it out, gets it chipped out to Lee. Lee takes a shot wide. Puck kept in by Katzali. Looked like it went out, but nope, they call it onside. Lee back to the Hefezi. Hefezi shot, blocked away by McCoggan. Coverley looking for Douglas. Lee makes a move. Lee shot, saved by McCoggan. I think the timekeeper forgot how to work the clock again. It's 7-0, not 6-0. Day on the draw. Wins it. Fogarty looking for Lalonde. Mooring. Far side. Alexander there. Sinister pressures him. Puck to the line. McLaughlin leaves it. Puck ends up on King's stick. King tries to go around Lalonde. Falls down. Lalonde banks it to Sinister. Mishandles it. Gets it to Alexander, who just dumps it in. And it is icing with 15:40 left in the period. It is run time, so that's a good thing. Day tries to go forward. Doesn't work. Lalonde bumps it to the corner. Pappas pressures him, but he still has it. Lalonde makes a move. Tipped in by Luck. Luck down low behind the net. Tries Michigan. He gets bumped by Lalonde. Lalonde. Mooring steals it from Shee. Lalonde again. Bumped by Pappas. Day just clears it. Bounces over the stick of Luck. Luck recovers. Has it. Steps in. Shot on net. Covered up by McCoggan. Looks like Simister's getting a penalty for hooking. So we're going to a Fogs Audio penalty kill. If you got an event coming up, need some sound equipment, lighting, staging, call Dan Fogarty, Fogs Audio. So the Rockets are officially 2 for 8 on the penalty kill for the tournament. That's a whopping 25%. Normally you want to be at like 90% or higher. So Rockets got some work to do. Puck down low. Pendrate shoots it, kept in at the line. Lee over to Hefezi. Hefezi down to number 11, Baker. Papa's behind the net. Back to Baker. Baker to Hefezi. Hefezi walks in. Shot right in the glove of McCoggan. Face off to the right of McCoggan. Riddell wins the draw. Smith looks to clear. Puck down low. Throw in deflected. Rebound, scores. 2 for 9 on the power play. 8-0 for West Vancouver. Konings pressured. Wilford to King. King back to Wilford. Wilford bumped by Hughes. Coverly tries to chip it, can't. Shot saved by McCoggan. Coverly up to Hoodless. Hoodless dumps it in. Back to line, Konings. Down deep. Alexander to King. Chen gets bumped. Battle in the corner. Alexander comes up with it. Gets angled out by Nugent. Cubberly tried to clear. Delayed offside. Cubberly has time. Gets it to Konings. Konings to Hughes. Hughes with the move. Lalonde tried to hit Scott. Picked up by Chen. Alexander around. Comes out. Lalonde fires it in. King takes a shot. Saved by McCoggan. Covers up. 10:50 left in the period. Back in the corner, she. Fogarty has his stick chopped away from him. White puts it towards the net, covered up by McCoggan. Face off to the left of McCoggan. Pappas back to the line. Sounds back, the batteries died, so that's just the story of the game here. So, yeah, what's going on? This is a really good West Vancouver team. They are the #1 Tier 2 team in the province, and it shows. Rockets are just outmatched right now, and as you can tell, that's what's happening. Simister has it, throws it towards the net. Save by Lim. Shots tell the story. 49 for West Vancouver, 17 for Kelowna. Simister going back to the box for a cross-checking penalty or a head contact, not sure. Cross-checking, which means we're going back to the penalty kill. Folks, audio penalty kill. If you need some equipment, sound equipment, light equipment, staging equipment, go see Dan Fogarty, Fogs Audio. McAllister clears it to the line. Shot by Luck, blockered away by McCoggan. Alexander. Pass to White, had a good shot. White again. Back to Luck. Luck walks in, takes a shot, scores, top corner. So the penalty kill is 2 for 10. That's another story. Jen, 2 for 10 penalty kill. We can't kill a penalty if our life depended on it right now. We've given up 8 goals on the power play or on the penalty kill. Not gonna have a lot of success when that happens. And once again, this is a really good Vancouver team, West Vancouver team. Number 1 tier 2 team in the province. Ranked better than a lot of the zone teams or tier 1 teams. So it's the way she goes. You watch them move the puck. It's good to see. That's the level our team needs to get to. We're just not there yet. We want to be playing our best hockey end of February, early March, mid-March. Don't want to peak too early. Want to get rid of all the bad hockey now. Face off back in the West Vancouver zone. It's going to be to the right of the goalie limb. The law in the neutral zone dumps it in. It was touched by a Rocket player, so it is offside. Meekins wins it back to Lalonde, far side to Fogarty. Fogarty. Can't handle it, stolen, but he recovers and touches it offside. So face-off will be in the neutral zone. Puck cleared in. Smith keeps it in. Puck is cleared, stretch pass, just missed Hafezi. No icing. Hafezi back to the line. Goes right to Seifert. Takes a shot, hits his own player, Longster. Hafezi couldn't dangle, but goes back to Seifert, shoots it wide. Luck takes a shot, gloved by McCoggan. Lee dumps it deep. Hafezi gives it to Pendre. Scott looks to keep it in. Puck cleared out. Hafezi to Lee. Lee dances around. Coverly walks in. What a save by McCoggan. McCoggan hasn't quit. He's battling. Let's get a goal, go Rockets. I hope so, Sarah. I'd love for us to get one for you. Face off to the left of McCoggan. Simister blocks a shot from Baker. 2-on-1 with Mooring. Simister walks in. Couldn't get a shot off. Puck ends up in the corner. Mooring. Over to Konings. Looks like Simister is going back to the box for roughing. So we're going to Fogs Audio penalty kill. That's like his third of the game, and they've scored all 2, so hopefully they don't get a hat trick. Nugent wins the puck to the corner. Konings looks to clear. Kept in by Alexander. The McLaughlin shot saved by McCoggan. Seifert. Alexander. Down low to Seifert. Puck out front, deflected. Puck cleared down by Mooring. Nugent gives chase. Alexander skates it up. Takes a shot, blocked by Fogarty. Alexander knocks the clearing attempt down. McLaughlin has it stolen by Nugent. Nugent just fires it down. Meekins. Loses it, goes right to Alexander. He regroups in his own zone. Gets it up to Seifert. Seifert loses it, Meekins steals. Puck comes out, Fogarty pokes at it. Loses it, McLaughlin. Didn't want it, left it for Fogarty. Fogarty rims it around the lawn. Hard rim, down the ice it goes. Baker gets it up to Seifert. Over to Lee. Lee walks in, takes a shot, saved by McCoggan. Lee keeps it in, takes a shot, saved by McCoggan. Rebound, knocked to the line. Efezi over to Baker. Baker shot, saved by McCoggan. Rebound, saved by McCoggan. Belon getting an interference penalty. Just finishing his check. So now 5-on-3 now for West Vancouver. Rockets getting frustrated. It's a nine goal game. Nobody likes to be embarrassed, and they're being embarrassed right now. Outclassed by a really good team. So face off to the left of McCoggan. Shots 59-16. Shot by Hevesi, save, rebound, saved by McCoggan. If I read the shot clock correct, I don't think the Rockets have had a shot all period, which is another story of the game. Wilford tries to clear, shot, can't. Pendry gets it, fires it down. Shot 61-16. Baker. Shot by Efezi, wide of the net. Back to the line. Lee. Over to Efezi, shot, scores. 10-0. West Van has the puck again. They dump it in. Konings to the line. White. Shot. Off the post. That was luck, actually. And Hoodless clears it, and that'll end the game. 10-0 is your final. Shot 62-16 for West Vancouver. For the player of the game presentations, and we will conclude this one. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors. Go out and support these sponsors, folks. They supported the team. And McCoggan wants his BMO fan of the game in the arena, Kevin Day, cheering on his Habs. And we will thank our fan of the week one more time, Susan Bishop, for tuning in from Ontario. Appreciate all your comments. Glad you're watching, Charlie. Wish we could have had a better result for you today. So tune in tomorrow. We play Trail, another really good team. It's an early one tomorrow morning. We'll have it live on YouTube. Nugent, player of the game. Congratulations, Matthew Nugent. And that's McLaughlin with the player of the game for West Vancouver.